All right, Brad Chandler, what's up, man?
What's up? Nice to see you, Nathan.
Dude, it's good seeing you. Right now, where I'm at, I'm outside of, well, not outside, I'm inside of one of the flips of my flipper that one of my flippers is doing. I can't even talk today. Where you at, Brad? Where you at today?
I'm in beautiful Northern Virginia on a beautiful September day.
Do you live in Northern Virginia?
I do, yep.
I love it. Well, hey, everybody that's watching, today is the weekly batch call where we break down how to use batch leads, how to find deals. And today we got something special. I'm actually at one of the flips that I'm doing with one of my buyers. And we're going to talk about kind of what's going on in the market right now and a little bit about Brad Chandler. Because if you guys don't know Brad Chandler, what he does, I bring him on here because I love his energy. I love his spirit. So we're going to talk about that. But Brad, tell us a little bit about how the market's doing for you. And you do Northern Virginia, but you do like DC area too, right?
Yeah, we do all of DC, all of Baltimore, and Los Angeles. So the market has been really good for us. It's kind of crazy with interest rates continuing to climb up. I thought like people would, jam the brakes on. My partner and I were talking the other day, and he's like, "How can someone afford an $800,000 house now? Do you realize how high the mortgage payment and taxes and insurance are on an $800,000 house? I mean, like drastically higher than they were a year and a half ago." So
Yeah.
despite that, though, somewhere people are coming up with money and mortgages, and the market's hot.
Well, Brad, what do you think's do you think they're like speculating that it will go down? What do you think's what do you think's going on?
No, I think that people, there's a lot of people that say that we're about, due for a complete worldwide crash. And then there's a lot of other people that are like, no, everything looks good. Like, I think next year is going to continue. Prices are going to continue to go up. So these people buying these houses think it's a really good time to, fix and flip a house.
Dang. Okay. And you said in your business, you're not even really involved in the day-to-day action right now, right? You've set it up so you can, pursue what we're going to talk about, what you do in a little
Yeah,
bit.
we did 253 deals last year. I think we're on pace to do something similar this year. And I'm in a fortunate position where I only work an hour a week in that business.
Oh my gosh, an hour. Can you kind of explain for people that want to build that kind of model? Do you do more wholesales or do you do more fix and flips?
We're probably at like 60% wholesale and 40%, taking it down in some way, shape, or form and renovating it.
Oh, okay. And do you have one that you prefer?
Well, I mean, wholesaling, dude, it's just there's no risk, right? It's easy. Nothing can really go wrong with wholesaling as long as you're taking care of the seller and not, you know, not leaving them on moving day and being like, "Hey, I can't buy your house. I got to take you down $40,000."
Right. Yeah. No, that totally makes sense. So, Brad, you obviously built this company and you've been in real estate. How long have you been in real estate for?
20 years. I've done about 4,000 flips in wholesale deals.
Ooh, that's crazy. Do you ever wish you could have kept like all of them?
I mean, I wouldn't say every single day, but heck yeah, I wish I could have kept 10% of them.
Gotcha. Well, let's kind of talk about what you do because I am curious for someone in your situation that has a great company and you're doing well. I'm curious, like, do you feel like owning, like having those properties, if you own them, do you feel like that would add an additional weight to like your life, like having to think about all those properties, or do you feel like you could manage it right now?
No, so I had rentals. I had 80 rentals at one time in the company, and then we got rid of them, and then I started buying some on my own, and it was a hassle. And when I think about buying a rental property myself right now, I would probably go to a market like Baltimore where I have experience, but there's always headaches involved in a rental. So where I'm at in my life now, I've got the real estate company running, it's making good money. I spend all of my time helping people end their suffering and find freedom and joy in their life, right? And so that takes all of my time, and I love it so much that I'd rather do that than take a call from a tenant or a contractor. So right now, unless a deal fell into my lap that was really, really good, I'm not actively looking to buy and hold. And plus, I think I'm in this camp that real estate prices are coming down over the next 2 years.
Yeah. Okay. So Brad, let me ask you this. So do you feel like people search for that wealth or for those extra properties and to have all those properties because they're trying to obtain like a certain sense of like worth, like they're trying to feel like they're worth something?
I mean, it's not just a real estate. I mean, that's why I got into real estate. I think it's a lot of entrepreneurs. I think a lot of entrepreneurs think that if I can build a business and make this much money, I will feel worthy or I'll get to the place of happiness. And the messed up thing is you're never going to get to that place. Like, I know people who make millions of dollars a year, or hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and they're not happy. I mean, look at Amy Winehouses and the Princes and the Michael Jacksons of the world. They had more money than they know what to do with. At least Michael Jackson and Prince, and they're dead right now, right?
Right.
So here's the secret to life is when you do the work and you go back in your childhood and figure out these programming that you received, and you can turn around these false beliefs that you're not enough. And you may be listening to this being like, well, I don't feel that I'm not enough. Nor did I. So if you want to take a quick quiz to figure out if you're enough, just go to bradchandler.com/quiz. So most of us get into business to prove our worth or get to the state of happiness that will never come. Here's the crazy thing though. If you do the work now, you can get to that state without the money. And then when you're in that state, Nathan, trying to make an impact rather than trying to make money to prove your worth, the chances that you'll hit the income goals that you've always had are way higher. So it's like you get to have your cake and eat it too.
I love it. So, Brad, let me ask you this. So, since coming, you've been, was it a couple of years now that you've been into trying to improve the past traumas and overcoming the things that have happened? How long has it been?
It's been 2.5 years since I came to Utah, your state, and forever changed my life.
So tell me how that's impacted your business in the last 2 years. I'm curious of like how that mindset and how that dealing with those things now and changed how you do business.
It's changed everything because Nathan, in the first 17 years of business, I made 5 business mistakes that cost me $9 million. When I look at those business mistakes, all of them were around chasing my worth. So when I shifted 2.5 years ago from, oh my gosh, I don't have to prove anything anymore, to I can now go make an impact, everything has changed. Like, we have attracted a different type of people. We've got this core group of people now, to Express Home Buyers, that gets along. They're thriving. Things are really, really good. My net worth, I was just thinking about this morning in the gym. My net worth isn't where I want it to be because of all the mistakes. But if you look at my net worth growth in the 2.5 years since I made the transformation, it is exponentially higher than any 2.5 year period that I've been in business.
That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Now, Brad, before you got into this, I think when you came to Utah, you said a couple of years ago, what did you think when people talked about like what we're talking about right now? Did you kind of roll your eyes? Were you like, come on,
Yeah. So I talk a lot about self-love. And if we'd have been on this call 3 years ago and you said, Brad, do you love yourself? I'd have said, yeah, I love myself. Do you have high self-esteem? Absolutely. Brad, do you care about what other people think about you? Hell no, I don't care. They were all lies. And those lies, Nathan, were controlling my life. And they weren't only hurting my business, my relationship with my wives as in I had 2 ex-wives.
Right.
It was hurting my business, my personal life, my relationship with my kids and my wife. All of those things were destroying me. Now, fast forward 2.5 years, and I've realized that now I truly don't care what others think, because if someone wants to judge me, that's their problem and not me. And I do have self-love. And where did I get it from? All I did was I went back to times in my childhood where I had these stressful times and where I placed meanings on, why is this bad stuff happening to me? Because I must be bad. And now I know, no, there was nothing wrong with me. That was my parents' issues, not me. And that has unlocked everything and completely changed my life. And it's something that everyone can do. If you're struggling in your marriage or your business or your health, I know the answer and I know the reason. It's not what you think. It's not your spouse's fault. It's not the additives they're putting in food. It's not, you're not drinking because of, it tastes good. It all comes back to the same thing with every single one of us. And it's these hidden beliefs that were programmed in us as a child.
Man, those limiting beliefs, right? And everybody has them. I don't think anyone doesn't, right?
I've yet to meet someone who didn't have some unmet childhood needs that caused these coping mechanisms that made them feel on some level that they weren't enough.
And Brad, you're on a mission to talk about this, right? Like, you're on a mission to let people know, hey, it may be picking up that phone and cold calling. It's not that you're lazy or you're dumb. It's something that might be holding you back, right? Like in the past. Is that what you're saying?
You're a great student, man. You remember everything I say. Absolutely. So I know you well, and I love the fact that you are so about client success and your student success, because that's not a lot of you guys in your space just want to take money and then move to the next person. You're not like that. And so we've talked a lot about this on previous episodes. And when you have one person who's highly successful and the others are, the other isn't, it might be these limiting beliefs that, they go to pick up the phone and another coach might tell them, oh, just look in the mirror and say I'm great. Well, that
Right.
shit doesn't work when you've got these deeply seated beliefs. So if you can get rid of these beliefs, I'll pick up the phone and talk to anyone. I'll go, not that I'm in a great relationship, but if I wasn't in a great relationship, I could now go up to any woman in a bar, a restaurant, a gym. And I used to never be able to do that unless I had drinks or I had weed in me because I was
Mhm.
afraid of them judging me. Now, again, I've learned that if someone judges you, it has nothing to do with you, it has to do with them. So I'll pick up the phone and call anyone. I'll walk up to knock on a house and be like, "Hey, do you want to sell your house by chance?" If they get mad at me, it's not my fault. It's
Right.
how they feel about themselves inside.
It's interesting. We make offers, right? That's what we do, and I make a lot of offers to agents that to them they think is like extremely low. So they call me, "Hey, you're a crook. You're trying to steal my client's house," and I'm like, "Look, we've never met. You don't know what I'm trying to do, and obviously this house needs a lot of work, and you just don't know how to run your numbers." But like, I would never react like that if someone made a low offer to me. It's just not in my mind. It's not like how I react. But it makes me almost think like the way people react, like you were saying, has a lot to do with their past, their limiting beliefs, right?
100%. So that realtor who goes crazy on your offer, it has nothing to do with your offer. It has to do with how your offer made them feel. So their brain does what it does because when they're upset, they're in fight or flight. So they're looking for that lion right on the prairie or the savannah. So they go back to a time in their childhood where someone made them feel the same way. Your offer made them feel less than. They brought that back and they gave it to you when really they were giving it to themselves or whoever made them feel that way as a child. Unless your kids are getting attacked by a bear, there's really no reason to get upset or sad or freaking out anger about anything.
Yeah, especially a low offer, right?
Yeah, okay, he made a low offer. Okay, I'll just tell him, "Hey, Nathan, I was actually looking for 300,000. You put 150,000 in, so we're way off. I wish you." That's how I would do it.
Of
In
course,
the
right?
past, though, I might have reacted like that agent, being like, "Dude, who do you think you are? Like,
Right.
you're disrespecting me." Well, guess what? No one can disrespect you. The only person who can disrespect you is yourself. If you think someone disrespected you, you're just disrespecting yourself.
Very, very powerful stuff. And I think that should help everyone that's out here in the industry because I know when I first started in wholesaling, I had those limiting beliefs too. Like maybe I didn't believe in myself. Maybe there's something that happened. But now when I talk to people or someone comes back at me with that energy, not even phased. So I've definitely leveled up. And, I think I want to direct everyone to your website. You said you have a love quiz, right?
Yeah, self-love quiz. I mean, all change begins with awareness. So if you're listening to this being like, I'm good, go take the quiz and maybe you are good. BradChandler.com is my website, bradchandler.com/quiz. It's 12 questions. All you have to do is read them and select that answer. It doesn't take long at all.
Yeah, it's a good thing, and I've taken it, and I think it's amazing that you're doing this, Brad. And the reason I bring you on here on the Batch Weekly call with me is because I like your message, and I think it's important because a lot of people they do focus just solely on the money when really what we're doing is we're trying to improve lives. Like we're trying to improve the communities, trying to improve the seller's life, the people that buy it by updating properties. Like if you have that mindset, you're doing something bigger and you're waking up with purpose. But if you're just doing it to make money and you just see dollar signs, that's not a fulfilling life.
Yeah, because look, you're in the good hands with my boy Nathan right here, and he can teach you how to make millions of dollars. But if you're not happy and you've got these underlying beliefs buried in your subconscious that are messing up your marriage and your kids' behavior and your health, what good is it? What good is $1 million a year if you're miserable?
No, it
It's no,
doesn't
it's
matter.
no good. But you can guess what? You can have both of it. You can have Nathan teach you to financial freedom and independence, but you can also do the work and have, like I said earlier, have your cake and eat it too. So if you're struggling or suffering in any way, shape, or form, you don't deserve that in life. You were put here for a massive mission. You deserve to live a joyous life with deeply connected relationships, intimate relationships, personal relationships. So if you're struggling with that, I'd love to help you. Give me you can schedule a call with me, and if I can't help you, I'll point you in the direction of someone who can.
Brad Chandler, you got fans over here on Facebook. Facebook user says Brad Chandler is the man. All right, Brad.
Thank
Well, I
you. Whoever
appreciate
said
you
that.
coming on here, and I'll be seeing you at the mastermind. And by the way,
Sweet.
everybody, connecting, networking, loving others, other God's children, is so important. So don't overlook this. This isn't a competition. Brad, you do deals, I do deals. We can do deals together. There's enough
Hell
to go
yeah.
around, right?
Heck yeah.
All right, everybody, have a great one and take action. And we got one more person saying, love it. We love it too. All right. See you guys
See you
later.
guys.
See you, Brad.
Bye.